Hey guys, Prickly Instinct here, and I've just come back from seeing Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and I have to say, pretty good movie. Usually I don't look at the reviews beforehand, just so it doesn't set my expectations, but now looking back at them, yeah, it's definitely a good movie, and I see why it's got such good reviews. I'll start off with a non-spoiler review, just in case you haven't seen it, because I know it hasn't come out in America yet, but here in the UK it has. Basically, non-spoiler plot. They go to the island to rescue the dinosaurs. Then they go back for the dinosaurs get taken back for an auction. The Indoraptor gets loose, all hell breaks loose. That's about as far as I want to go in the plot for the non-spoiler portion of this video. But overall, very good movie. The characters they're quite different from the first movie, especially Claire. But I wasn't the biggest fan of them in Jurassic World, but I feel they are still good characters. The child character Maisie is much better than any previous child character, because she does scream, but she doesn't scream as much as some of the others. The dinosaurs are awesome. I felt that some of the new species really didn't get enough screen time, especially the Allosaurus, which was in about 3 scenes. The Carnotaurus, which had iconic scenes but wasn't enough. And the Baryonyx, which really didn't do anything. But hey ho. The Sinoceratops was another new one, which was very cool. Even if the holes in the frill are so scientifically accurate that it makes my blood boil. But aside from that, the dinosaurs were good. We get Blue back, and she's awesome. The Indoraptor is the perfect hybrid. It's not crazy enough like the Ultimasaurus from Chaos Effect, but it's a lot more hybrid than the Indominus, as in it runs on all 4s. I think it has venom, and it's very smart. It does very similar stuff to the Indominus in the way that it tricks humans, which I think is very good. Overall, it was a very good hybrid, and I especially loved the noises, which were at one point a combination of Rexy's roar and the original bark from the kitchen scene. So overall, they were good. The Mosasaurus wasn't in it much, but it was very good. And all the other dinosaurs, especially the Brachiosaur, was majestic in this movie. But overall, the dinosaurs were very good in this movie. The action was very good. Some people might say it's a bit too much to The Lost World. I completely disagree. The first bit is very similar to The Lost World, but I think it's very different. If anything, I thought the beginning of the movie on the island was a bit short, but I get if you made it longer, it could ruin the movie by making it a bit too long. So I think it definitely did a good job as a sequel to Jurassic World, and I think the third movie in the series will be brilliant. Now at the 3-minute mark, I'm going to go into some spoilers, so if you don't want to get spoiled, I turn off the video now. So, starting off, there's a few things that annoyed me in the movie, so I'm going to get those, then get back to the praising it. There's a bit where Blue's been shot, so they need a blood transfusion from, I don't know how they describe it. Basically what they describe as a Saurosaurian dinosaur. And they say the only one they have there is the T-Rex, which is wrong because they have Gallimimus, which they could have done the blood transfusion from. And they literally had to get in and stab the T-Rex with a needle, which was really dangerous, even though there was Gallimimus there, which are more closely related than T-Rex to the Raptor. So I don't really understand that point, but that's just a little nitpick. There was a lot of nods back to the old movie. They recreate the Lost World scene where the 2 Rexes rip the guy in half, but this time with Rexy and the Carnotaurus, which was cool. We got to see the DNA of a Dreadnoughtus at one point in the end of the movie, which is a dinosaur that currently has never appeared in the series or ever mentioned, which is curious because I wonder where they got the DNA for that from. Who knows? Maybe Wu cooked up in the lab after Jurassic World. I know why the Dreadnoughtus was included. I think it's the producer. It could be the director's favourite dinosaur, so that's why it's in, which gives me hope that in the third movie we might see a Dreadnoughtus, which would probably be, I think it is, the most recently discovered dinosaur ever to appear in the series. We also see the Stygimoloch, or Stiggy as it's called, and it makes a big moment in the movie, and it's quite a catalyst for a lot of stuff that happens in the movie, and it's good, even if it is a Pachycephalosaurid young, but it isn't in the movie, obviously. But we don't see a single Pachycephalosaurid, which I find weird. I did have a worry going in that we wouldn't see the Parasaur, because we've seen it in every single movie, but it didn't appear in the trailer. But right at the end of the movie, we do see some, which is good. It keeps up the trend. Now, there was one part of the movie that really made my eyes swell up a bit, and it was when they're leaving the island. And if you've seen the movie, you'll know what I mean, where they're leaving. And I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it, even if this is a spoiler portion, but it's very sad. One thing that was annoying to me was no Dilophosaurus, which it's been years since we've had that, not till the first movie. And at the beginning you do hear, I think it was its call at the beginning, but it doesn't show up, and we see a diorama of it fighting a raptor in Lockwood Manor. So they're definitely teasing it, so I would not be surprised if it shows up in the next movie fighting a raptor. The opening scene was amazing. It did retcon it so that there's a channel leading to the lagoon, which, it explains how the mosasaur got out. And the mosasaur wasn't in it much at all, but the two scenes it was in were quite impactful. Rexy was in the opening too, and we got to see the comeback of Nedry's yellow jacket, and if you're wearing that, you really have no chance. So that was a very good part. We also got the backstory to Benjamin Lockwood being Hammond's partner, and unlike in the book where Hammond's partner is quite a horrible man, I mean, so's Hammond isn't the nicest in the novel, but in this, they're both really nice, but they get driven apart because it turns out that Benjamin Lockwood's daughter dies and he clones her, and that's Maisie, who's his granddaughter, and this is actually a clone. I think this is going to be quite important in the next movie, which is a bit set up. It wasn't really expanded in this movie, but I'm glad they didn't expand it too much more, because it would have just added a bit too much to the movie, if you know what I mean. But she was actually a very good character, and unlike most, I kind of liked her. She was quite a good character. The ending was pretty good. There was a good moment where they got to release the dinosaurs, and Claire doesn't do it because she knows it's the best not to let them, and then Maisie goes and does it, saying that she couldn't let them die, which I thought was very emotional, and I thought it was very good, and really sets up the next movie with a lot of the dinosaurs. It's very sad that we lost quite a few species. The brachiosaurs are all gone now, which is sad because none of them got saved, and all the ones that are already extinct went to, which is, it's quite sad that we lost quite a few species. I think we lost the Dimorphodons too, because we never saw any of those got captured, and obviously the Metri was extinct along with the Edmontosaurus, Deinonychus, all those kind of things. We don't see a single Suchomimus in the movie, which was very sad because we know they were still living on the island at the point of the movie, but we never see one, never gets rescued, so I think the Sucho's gone. The fact that the Allosaurus was a juvenile was good because it looked a bit small in the movie, but it turns out it's a juvenile, so that's good. The Baryonyx, I still don't know why they made it look so bad. The fact that it had osteoderms and the snout was wrong, it just looked more like a movie monster to me than an actual dinosaur. So I really don't know why they did that. It's such an iconic looking dinosaur in its own regard that I don't know why they didn't do a more scientifically accurate Baryonyx. And I think that's all I've got to say on the movie. I've rambled a bit, but I've just got back. I just want to get all my things about the movie off. Overall, I think it's a really good movie. If I gave it a rating out of 10, I'd probably go 7. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, I'm just quite hardcore. I don't think I'd probably give the original Jurassic Park a 9, so that's how I compare it. I'd say it's my third favourite in the series, going Jurassic Park, Lost World, this movie, Jurassic World, and then Jurassic Park 3. I love all the movies, but I think for the moment it'll be my third. This could change. I do have to go see it again because I really enjoyed the movie. And this video is almost at 10 minutes, which will make it my longest video yet. And hopefully I'll be doing more reviews when I see other movies, if they are applicable to the stuff I discuss on this channel. So thank you all for watching. This is Prickly Instinct, signing out.